Okay, I can see it. Gareth,
Derek.
the nickname Scrumpy. Can you just clarify where it came from? Is it from the cider or?
No, it's yeah, I suppose the cider kind of reinforced that a small bit over the years. I picked it up. I used to play scrum half up to about 18 or 19 years of age, and I was at an Irish college's trial. For rugby, obviously,
Okay.
yeah, not for
I
chess.
was just wondering how you got into college, if you ever got into college.
Yeah, well, rugby has some good. I won't tell you where I went to college, but I was scrum half, obviously. I was putting the ball into the scrum, and I was delaying. In those days, the hooker called it in, or whatever I called it in. I can't remember which, and I was taking my time, and the scrum half, or sorry, the hooker was from the north. And he said, "Hurry up, Scrumpy, put the ball in." And after that, then it stuck. Dosser was on the flank, and Brian Higgins was in the second row, and I don't know who else was there as well. And they had a good giggle at that, and that's where it stuck. Yeah.
Not necessarily just for the side.
No, but
that helped. The reinforcer, brilliant. So you've been involved with Skerries Rugby, I'd say, I've seen the photos, the early photos with the bowl haircut, and from 7 years of age right up, and you're still heavily involved with the juniors, but you've gone right up through the mini section to the youth, senior team, straight into a coaching role, and then now you're back down at the coaching role. What have been your outstanding memories for being involved with the club from?
I suppose, yeah, like going right back to the very early days, you were thrown out onto the street basically and sent down to the club. 7, probably playing under 9s, under 10s, maybe whatever it was at the time. There wasn't a huge mini section. Playing with bigger kids, and you just hung around basically and just had fun. But coming up through the minis, we were very, very blessed at the team, the players we had around us. You were there as well, Derek, and a few others. But we had great mentors, coaches, Matt Connolly, Colin Keane, particularly Jerry Carn, and subsequently, up to about under 12. So from that period of time, we had a good run in the community games. We won the Dublin, we won the Leinster, we went all the way to the All-Ireland final in Mosney against Region L from Limerick. And I think we were beaten 2-1 in the final. And I think you propped that day, actually.
Yeah, well, it was ever soon, I can't remember
which. But we just great fun. I just remember it being great crack, great fun. Memories of those early days, particularly, was great. And and something like that, you never forget it. Like I don't forget the match. I remember the match quite well. That match in particular, for some reason. But we played well in the Dublin finals. We played very well in the Leinster finals, and we went all the way through. And then going further on, then we played on the 14s. We had a good run on the 14s as well. We had a smashing team. I think you were picked in one of the teams as well.
So, yeah.
We won the McGowan Cup. We won the Metropolitan final as well. So we did the double in Leinster, essentially on the 14s that year. So probably the best team on the 14s in rugby in Leinster. We had Killian Keane, obviously, subsequently an Irish international, Dosser, great players there. Kieran Bracken in the centre. Kieran was a super good player at that age even. So it was great, yeah, all good. Yeah, really good.
You're too nice for me to kind of ask you to pick who would have been your most outstanding person that you played with Skerries, whether it be your centre partnership or so. I'm not going to put that question to you. What I'm going to ask you is basically, you were there for so long in the centre, and what was the best centre partnership that you came up against?
Against we played against, like, in the senior rugby as well, or even the All-Ireland League. There was a lot of very, very good players at that age, and it would have, at that time, and there would have probably been provincial players, Irish players to a certain extent. So I'd always had was a couple of players in Mary's, Ray McElreevy and Garrett Gannon. So they were kind of more or less the same age as us, as me particularly, and kind of in direct competition. So kept a close eye on them, and that was some motivating factors for me to try and push myself on a small bit. But I'd say and there's some other like Martin Ridge and Blackrock, like he was a hardy player as well, like, you know, and Terran some good players too. Over there. But I'd say that probably the toughest probably the best we would have played against, I suppose, was Kurt McQuilkin and Shane Horgan and Leinster in that final, the 97 final. And
as a partnership, I suppose.
As a partnership, yeah, because McQuilkin was Irish international at the time. Horgan was coming up. I just remember he was all knees and elbows, like just a tall as well. But just
going to injure you.
Yeah, it's just awkward to play against. But they were good. They were good players. There were good players around it. But they were probably the best two I think probably played against that one as a combination, I suppose.
Okay. So you played at 12 that day. Am I right? Correct, with Dermot outside you?
Yeah.
That'd be right.
Dermot Sullivan,
yeah. Yeah, because you were selected in the dream team in the position at 12, and rumor had it you were a little aggrieved by that. Can you?
Well, I suppose. Well, we probably played left and right.
Okay, right.
Because that
was something we could never together.
That was the political. No, Dermot Sullivan was an excellent player. Like he was very, very good. And so when Dermot came along, I kind of moved or morphed or was persuaded to move into the 12 slot. Yeah, but I always I played scrum half up until 19 or 18, 19 before I played senior rugby. My first time playing senior rugby was in the centre. Okay. You know, so it was the first time I ever played. So I played 13, and I kind of it's easy. Yeah, I kind of learned my trade out in 13, and yeah, I enjoyed it out there. And I thought you know, it was a good position to be in. And 12 and 13 slots are slightly different. You know, even today they're slightly different, but at the time they were. You know, you need probably a little bit slightly different craft as a 13, and 12 is a little bit more. You know, more tackling and more upfront kind of stuff, you know, but kind of morphed into that over the years anyway. So, but
you were just delighted to be nominated.
I was just happy to be nominated.
Yeah. I just said there that basically you've been heavily involved in the club since you were about 7 years of age, and in my opinion, I would see you as a student of the game. Monitor it, and you've watched it, the game evolve and stuff like that. So after this whole COVID gap, what would be the advice you'd give all the youths returning to the game from 15 years of age up? Like, what's the goal there?
Well, I mean, at the end, like, enjoy it. You know, really. I mean, at the end of the day, I look back at my time playing rugby, and some of the best memories I have is driving to a match in somebody's car, Declan Dunn's father's car, Noel, or Colin Keane's car, the crack you have afterwards, you know, the team, the camaraderie you have with your teammates. You make friends for life. Enjoy it. It's fun, and keep playing. But you know, you take it seriously to a point. You know, you train hard, you play hard, and you know, but that's the point. But the most what you get out of it the most is the friendship you build over a period of time with those guys. You'll never forget those kind of things, those memories. You know, we played in some. You know, you'll probably tell me more about the matches we've played in than I can remember. But the things that strike me or that I remember the most is that fun that we used to have going to matches and the time after the match. You know, the crack you'd have. So enjoy your rugby. Enjoy your making your friends and enjoying playing with your friends, and that's the best thing. That's the most.
Yeah, I would have been personally more focused on the game and not the aftermath, which probably you kind of for more. Tell me this: there's a rumor that you dropped a goal against Bohemians. Is that?
It's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Talk us through that.
I think it's on camera. I'm sure they have black and white still of it somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my one and only drop goal in anger as such. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
No.
Who did you say it was against Bowes?
Bowes, I'm pretty confident against
Bowes. Yeah, because I kind of remember that match because Bowes was they're tough teams. You can imagine Limerick, you know, and they had a number 8 Brian Spillane, I think, and he seemed to I was probably in the 12 channel at that stage. he seemed to keep coming down at me, and I had to tackle him
Easy
more
option.
often than not.
He saw the easy option.
Easy option, yeah. But I tackled him one time, and as I managed to fall backwards, he stood on me, and I got a bit of a cut there. I had to go off, and the wigs took me out and stitched me up. Give me one of those old-fashioned wraparounds, you know. So I think it kind of came down over the eye as well. So felt like a bit of a warrior that day, and I was thinking more about shenanigans, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You know,
reinforcing my point.
You know, so that was the, you know, it's more about what was going to happen after the match at that point in time than anything else. And I don't know, the ball came to me at some point in time. I don't know if it was Jimmy Dempsey or Rory Correll playing 10, and they know me, or the drop goal merchants, but came across to me, and
I'm not so sure about Rory, but Jimmy may have.
Rory enjoyed his drop goals too.
Oh, he did. I have a recollection as well in my head. You were in the Leinster squad as well, and you played Leinster A one evening in Donnybrook on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Which
Well, you better you tell me. Well,
is that the one against Connacht, or no, it was Connacht, I suppose. Yeah, I scored a try that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you in the centre with? Who are you surrounded with? Who are you competing with for the centre?
Well, Jimmy Dempsey was playing. Dermot O'Sullivan, I think, featured as well, wearing the scrum cap.
Did Jimmy play for his Leinster or Connacht?
Jimmy was there, as far as I can recall. Yeah.
I know he featured with Connacht for a while.
I think Brian O'Driscoll might have been playing. I think Gordon Darcy was playing full back. I think Hickey was coming back from an injury, so he was playing. Dempsey was probably on the first at that stage, but there was quite a few
ensemble.
Yeah.
I think it was a warm-up match, as far as I can recollect, that the senior squad were playing beforehand, and there was two matches,
But I think that the group that I mentioned there, like those young guys at that time, they were only kind of breaking through as I was kind of in around. But yeah.
But so essentially, that's who you were contesting with.
Yeah, they were.
The Driscolls and the O'Sullivans.
They were full-time rugby players from the age of whatever, so they were fairly good, all right.
Yeah.
But no, I did score a try. So good.
Bank that memory. And then going back to the Skerries Rugby Club, what do you, in your opinion, sets Skerries Rugby Club apart from any other club, or would you see them all the same?
I'd say if you talk to any club, I think they all think of themselves as being very special. Every club is special in its own way, but that's what you build up about a club. You try to make it something. Skerries is special, I think, in a sense, because first of all, we're all from the same town, same small community, and you come under the bridge, you feel like you're a little bit of a pocket here. It was Fort St. Patrick for so long because we developed it into that because we wanted to play for each other. The club spirit, the people around the club, from any level or any perspective of the people around the club is excellent, and the commitment they have to it makes it stand out. And for some reason we develop, and we have some really top quality players. Even from all the way right back to even now, we're well able to develop players and hold our own. I think we've discussed this many times in different locations, back bars, whatever. But if there wasn't the draw of the Division 1 teams, Skerries, I think, would hold its own a whole lot more, that kind of way. It has enough quality within the town to develop team and compete against any other team in the country as such, so there's no question
I suppose
special.
You look around, you've got the lads scattered throughout the inter-provinces.
And that's fine, that's the prize as well, to a certain extent, but I'm just thinking more of the Lansdowns, the teams who
and we do lose a few,
but Skerries has got great community spirit, and I think as a result of that, then the players play with a higher intensity, I think, than probably any other club, because it means more to them, because they're playing for their buddies beside them, their parents on the sideline, their girlfriend in the corner, or whatever it is that drives them on, or girlfriends.
Checked up. You are probably one of the most calm people I've ever come across, both on and off the pitch. Is there a red Scrumpy? Does he ever feature other than the sunny incident?
No. I got yellow carded. Sorry, I got yellow carded up in Suetonians, I think it was.
Oh, that's just.
Do you remember that one? I don't know what happened, but I got somebody hit me a cheap shot anyway in the back, and I don't know what I said. I said something, or pulled them out of the ruck or something. I don't know what it was, and then the ref had a word with me and whatever else. And as I was going back, penalty against me, that's fine. And as I was going back, he said something. He said. Anyway, I flipped him the bird.
Oh, nice.
On the pitch.
Oh.
And the ref just called back over and gave me the yellow card. You know, it was pretty embarrassing. That was my.
You know what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. You know, so but yeah, Suetonians.
Yeah, well, it's justifiable. They're right up there with their near neighbours now.
It's worth it.
You're living in Churchfield now with your entourage, and per capita, Churchfield in Skerries, would it be the mass production for the Skerries senior panel now with the Dempseys and the Hares, the Sherlocks, and
the Hares, the
Earlys going through,
the Cahies, the Healy's next door to us as well. I mean, there's a huge, I don't know what it is about Churchfield. It's got you take the Sherlocks, you take the Macahies, you take the Dempseys alone, and the Hares. That's Cullen. Mark Cullen was there as well. There's a huge amount of
So per capita, you think it's the highest within Skerries, or do you think Rush Road could compete?
Who's on the Rush Road?
Well, you had the Hewitts, and the Keens there for a while.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, we've probably got quantity. They might have a measure of quality.
Oh, no, I like that. There was a question submitted on one of the social media channels, so I don't know how you're going to feel about answering this.
Who submitted it?
I'd say you can nearly guess.
No, you can't just.
Dosser.
Yeah, I met him the other day.
All right.
I submitted a question for you.
Okay. So, what bird can lift the heaviest?
That's the question.
That's the question. Yeah. What's your answer? Yeah. And remember, it's Dosser, so you know.
Does he have an answer, or is he?
Well,
we're
genetically we're similar, but mentally not so much.
What bird
can lift the most?
I don't know. I'll give him a ring.
Well, I looked it up.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of answers.
Hummingbird.
So, hummingbird, you reckon?
Yeah.
They reckon that the eagle family, between the golden eagle, there's an African eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're averaging about 5.7 kilos, and they can lift up to 9.7 kilos.
I didn't know that.
But Dosser would probably say the crane.
Why would he just thinks that's a bigger leverage? Because
it's a crane. Gareth, thanks very much.
He's not
I enjoy that. He's not here. No, thanks a million. Well done.
Good luck.